Troy, who was your idol growing up as a kid?
That's a tough question. Do you know what it is? The problem is I've met a lot of my Birmingham heroes. So Tommy Mooney, when I was at Walsall, Tommy Mooney was my captain. I worked under Martin O'Connor at Hales Owen and Walsall. Graham Hyde. I know Paul Robinson. Been friends with David Davies for years. So, there's so many people that have played for Blues over the years. But the guy I used to love, as like a fan's favourite, obviously, was two. Stan Lazaridis, I used to love because I could never pronounce his name as a kid. So I used to love it. But then Dugarry as well. Obviously, when I was watching as a teenager, Christophe Dugarry was the man. He was that French flair. And I remember travelling to Charlton away many, many moons ago, the back of a van, and he put out a display and we won. And it was just got to see him live, and I was like, wow, this guy is a magician. But we've had great players over the years, obviously, from Jeff Horsfield to Mikael Forsell. So I've been lucky to watch a lot of football and a lot of good players. But I hope now, with the future that we have, I can edge my name into that that same category.
And Troy, just on that, you remember going to watch Dugarry live. What is your earliest memory of going to a Blues game, whether home or away, that you can remember they just got you hooked?
Yeah, I went as a kid, as 6 or 7. I just remember the atmosphere, but I don't remember who was playing. But I do remember going to the Watford game where we lost in the playoffs. And funny enough, I did a piece on it for Watford a few months ago, where we ended up losing in penalties. And I've got a real mad recollection of that, because I've saw so much of the Watford footage over the last 12 years. It's kind of clouded my judgment of it. But I do remember being there with my old man, and we didn't pay to get in. We kind of snuck in a little bit in the back way. In the old days where you could just open the back door and everyone ran in, it was one of those ones. So great days. But my best memories would be I travelled to Norwich away, last game of the season, had a weekend up there with the lads. I've done, I did Liverpool in the Worthington Cup back in the day at Cardiff. I've done loads of games, mate. Too many to count, but been there with everyone, travelled on the buses, travelled in the back of network rail vans, you name it, I've done it. So anything to watch a game.
And Troy, you spoke about some of the great players that have worn the Birmingham City shirt. Is there one player that you would have loved to play with at any stage, a former Blues player?
Oh, that's a great question. Can I give a couple? I'd love to play with Martin Granger. Was a legend. Just smash anything that moved. I'd love to play. Brian Hughes was a player I used to really like a lot as well. Stephen Carr would have been one. But I think from a striking perspective, I did play with Jeff Horsfield for a little bit at Walsall. He came on trial. I did that. That was quite nice. But he was over the hill then. Jeff won't mind me saying that. I would have to go Deeney Adebola. Yeah, Deeney Adebola or Paul Furlong. I can't work out which one. But one of them two.